Some have chosen to call it the retail revolution, but that may be going too far. The retail sector in Nigeria is simply evolving from the traditional to the modern. Giant shopping malls like this are beginning to dot the country's landscape. International retail brands are coming in, while others like ShopRite that have been around for a while are rapidly expanding. Over the last 2 years alone, formal retail has attracted over $1.3 billion in investment, and that's according to government estimates. Thousands of direct and indirect jobs have been created in the process. Among the factors driving all of this are rapid urbanization, a growing middle class, and a rise in consumer spending. State governments, too, are partnering with the private sector to build modern shopping malls. Despite all of this, there are still daunting challenges. Infrastructure is still a very big issue. Electricity still remains a headache. The country's rail and road networks are still backward, and high lending rates is discouraging rapid investment in real estate. All of these constraints, experts say, the government must tackle head-on.
First and foremost, remove the constraints, right? You can't do everything in one day, but you've got to understand that economic agents, which are the ordinary consumers, know what is in their best interest. They're looking for convenience, they're looking for speed, they're looking for a good price. Definitely, if you don't do something about it, they'll shop elsewhere.
Shopping elsewhere would mean money leaving the country, and the figure is huge. $100 billion. That's how much the government says Nigeria consumers spend in a year. Trade and Investment Minister Olusegun Aganga told this gathering of formal retailers in the nation's capital recently that the government gets the message and is doing everything to remove the constraints of doing business in the country.
Today, we have more than 40,000, if not 50,000 megawatts of power in terms of commitment. People who want to work with the federal government to build and generate close to about 40 to 50,000 megawatts of power within the next 10 years. So we know this is important to retailers. This is why our government continues to invest in our narrow gauge and standard gauge rail networks to provide cheaper alternative to moving goods around the country.
As the retail evolution continues, there are growing fears it could spell the death of traditional retailers. But some argue the fears are unfounded.
What the formal retail offers, the organized retail, modern retail, whatever you want to call it, what does it offer? It offers that informal trader to look and learn. The opportunity of this informal trader to look and learn and to evolve and to move up his levels of standards and becoming one of the formal retailers.
Some of the traditional retailers are already reading the handwriting on the wall and taking the cue. They are upgrading the outlook of their shops and making them comfortable and convenient for consumers. At the moment, traditional retailing is currently holding sway in the country. 95% of Nigeria's retail business is still being done informally. But then formal retailing is making a gradual inroad, and it's only a matter of time before it becomes a trend in the Nigerian retail business sector. Deji Badmus, CCTV, Lagos, Nigeria.